Ghana adishimama no num atoso mienu abo apemu pepepe ewo akyerebe no eso kan nation so say o number 1 account radio station Pent radio 100.1 yebutu Asante Mantemu na Pentecost House wo asokwa ensam awodo ayensam twerefo adaroma wonsa eka ye wo onwunu bre yimu on watintim de gu nkrata so amosemufo panyin wono so aso ne so kroje de dika na esavata so aso etimo enchiremu anuanu mienu yesin kunya yede eba bedan wona kanation so se kaseboy echirasida no ohene yire spices and non-dairy powdered milk no me pa chobesima mabi empowered duane nuamu de biara eda sanse nuane duro ahyemu ema wo de ye nuane a emanika enso eba efie ensam no de di kasebomu akotra no ebi ene se titrani edema the Church of Pentecost asori no edi atudwa aka kire awofo ese mofra ye tete wodma yem ye nko mu papa
Sa enso na yebeka kopie mu ewo Oboase Estate district no emofra ku ewo hono wonom abe camp meeting na ewo Kumase hanom yetu wonfo akire woniama pi yede ebi mo ebebre okase so
na sanso na asoye mo na resika sam entotoye eso ekire mu se wamo ahihye enioma eno eyafapima eba beboa sede ebeya eja ekwe befa so a yesika sam ntotoye no ebetimi agina brane
Osofo na hwempomude ensam so no nyamfo minta kando kire se empomude adwuma efo be se empem adioso 70,000 and wo yemfa wo adwuma mu
na sanso so ana oswafo no eredwadie eni kuaye dwadie mfidi dwuma ensam so osem no kase gyaja wode aso abofom se kusa wo kire se yenhwe na cashew no yentimi enhwese ebetimi asim fidi dwuma yede bedane ani
adehye ensem bi no ka ho ne atena se na nwumrede bros no num ene fa kase akenkafo ye me ohene banya akomene
adwempa ye ne kofi mensa
woko technical room hono ma DJ Richie won net computer na cha wo streaming live wo Facebook na fa YouTube de emayen enti ko no ma wo like an wa share no cha comment de to ase brebe mu a ya bekenka wo comment no reaction nyina wo ho de amount sa ensonso ena mamia dwa henkra wo boy chidon the free newsroom ehwo mo samre ye beda na huti a wat ne age abofo nkra to ye ba ye rekase ni chiremu ebeto awoso
midofo a minni hu agro na say die waduane ne da no ayesronko
anio mira ohine spices abefi aduane de ayesronko ohine chicken seasoning so wototo wo chi ana wo ye akokọ nam ho bibia fakakra sum
froye no
ohine stew seasoning be manageta
jollof no
ohine jollof seasoning ma no hwam ni odew mu odew
fried rice no kra die
ohine fried rice seasoning e ma me fridge frede aponchin kakra no me do ohine go seasoning na ye asam na se mira ohine seasoning powder ya woni beef shrimp noodles any de kekeka anusu ede aduane ne hwam ne me de no ubedi adibio enti obapa ohine spices abama yen aduane no aye de efrise ne die ne nso aye de
ohine spices ye
e wo dwa hodro mu etufon for 020-780-5398 and 0244-525908 FDA agi edwadien kratoi atum
Yama abusuafo ne adehye nyina akwa babiem adamase ene twen honhom afe ensam no yedo ebo awram ni adomu asuko yeshe ensam no ase ade afri the Church of Pentecost asori no emu titena ni de ma asori eye osomafo Eric Nyameche na ne kwasiada anumere bia wogina simpie so na wone adasama nyina ache onyankopon asem na kwasiada weni mu no ni nyankopon asem ode eba ye no na wo kire mu ese se uye kristoni na ene wo abofra na otetena e wo se hunu se oteteno ama no so aba benya nimdia ebeboa na se udi nyankopon suro no edi ewura ni mu eyie na no enso timi aboa mananya daase eye mapa na momu no ekoba se wotete abofra no na se bisubani ne ye bia wo no usu ase twede abonyakopon se woma no empare wo no se subani bia so ebowura abofra na chese wontete ye no aya asenefa enu nti osori kanioma esi aniye na wode eye emfato efri twekunkunum ede ama no and what as social prophet Eli and a Samuel say not him say someone no maybe or ye no senka prophet Eli so baye and obey some from Swana and so ebi ewa bra na or dinim dear Eddie afini penny what the man nanya Christopher a bear mobile power.
There are together 3 levels of the church's life. Now the corporate level, one is the congregational level, the basic level, talking about the family level, then at the individual level. Now some people are very good, especially ministers. They are so good. At the individual levels, they are so good. They are always glued to their Bible. They are praying and fasting, but at the neglect of their family. I said that when it comes to building the church to last, in respect to the next generation, talking about the youth and particularly the children, we ought to pay attention, close attention to what happens at the family level without neglecting the other levels, please. Now, Samuel's example teaches us that you could be a strong Christian, but if you are not deliberate in raising godly children, you will not have them. Sometimes I wonder why Samuel repeated the same mistake Eli did. The same mistake Eli made. If he did fail like Eli failed, then I want to suggest to all of us that this is a vulnerability. We cannot slip into that era. So be careful and pay attention to the next generation, how you are handing the baton of the Christian faith to them.
Na eni ejasa oka metu asempani se ya etredun kuni yi mudu na no ebeto se ma wonfra no kwa no mra menche na yemu se no so ani no eye wo mo de nti abofra no wo se so hwe so nyankopon asem no adi ewura no nyanwonko a na wonum no mi eni a woti ye eye titina ni edema the Church of Pentecost asori no osomafo Eric Nyameche
Yara so ewo emofra kwe wonom ensem ene yantete mofra ni anhwe ni yie na se antete omu yie a daachi bi no won be free yansa akwakwadi ba be foforo he no eye apostle Eric Nyamecha ne de na eno a ene nam so ma Oboase Estate District no wonom so ehhehye eye camp meeting ede ema emofra ku a wonom ewo district ni efri Oboase Estate na wonom eba be pie mu elbrofu yedru PCC Pentecost Convention Center honom no ene wode won fa enkyerkyere ahodo na emu wo kyerkyere omuniama pi na kane sofo pani ano no ene dambo freko na no e wasantimantima no ye Pastor John Afewa wono so ba be pie mu wo hono mane enkyerkyere ahodo pa ene wode bewura emofrai Osofo Afewa ekasa yemu no woche se sabre ene ebra ewose yetimi yani ekum mofra ne ho wose se yechi wono mo ewo ahyase sei ne adinyame asem roma eyemre se wono befa Yesu no wono anyina be ni papa ni mpanifo papa na se mpanipa daache esense ibeja wono mo no makosei na wono be nyini no afe ne yani abre wose me nso se wono mo yenkwala ebre yi ene ebre wose yetimbo aboma no na yedinyame asem ewura wono Pastor John Afewa
Chisa abufra usure urate wapie wonam yeso na odisu bampane ahenie no mu ne ye bobra asesa ni wiase we waka se na mo franso de mo franso so wo mo world ene no obron sam ontwen mo mu nyini ansa so no de sana dura forever and ever we win no tin se ubetu ni obron sam e de adua kora na komanu mu enti eye sesa bi ma hye se nhye di na ni nyina se pese mo fra no hu se wo mo nso eye nyame ma ode no moja ato aboden a wasiesi ho nyame ehwe won kwan obiribia wo mo fra bre se wo ye hye urade enu nyam na ode enyini wom aba be champagne Nyame won yema bebre odi on beye bi beba be lawyers, doctors, engineers, pastors, prophets, apostles, traders, businessmen. I mean, nipa kesi enhemfo. Amam penimfo no won yere ministers. Emofreya na enyina ababeyo. Nti se ne etimi tofa pempapa wo ngidie mu na wa brabo efata gidie nsusu efiri omofrase na odi nyini a. Aw, sa yes achira ye wiase ne ye fama ye ka no. Eno ne ebetimi. Sa abrido mo ewuru am na edense ye betu. But wo mo susue no, ena sese eso mu. Ne ye so mo se edro we. So mo nyame so mpedro. Ma wo desa subampai enyini enti onim se mikosu ensese me wi apen ensese me di ntro ensese me wi ame ma mesika ese me bompae ese me chine kom ese me boa me ma me ofie ese me jesi kan na me de me homma woni ma papa nyina mu
Ano aye Pastor John Afewa Bosore District Pastor Kaneno no nana aye Children's Ministry Pastor de Ashanti Region nene ena yeti ye no na Elder Ebenezer Jafo wono ena eye Obuasi Estate District Leader Edema Children's Ministry no ebisa no dempa ena eka wono makoma na ye wono mani so di hunu ti o hye dwuma de ebise no che se yempese yenso dachi ya soro bekwa akoyete se de amai binum de ye aya ena ye de asoro dan binum ababe sinima ho ne de keka ho ni nyina ne se wono ma wani ekumpanifo no ho ebra wono da soro na mpanifo no nyina wu emofra no so ma me hu Yesu enti ena asoro dan no okọ Europe man bi so a ya dane no sinima ho ne de keka ho ye de ne ye nya ne santia wo se emofra no sabre ni mbrai wo se ye de entity nyame mu suro ha na se nyame su no ye de ewura wonom se de be a ochina bi yenso ya sorry dan ennampan ni nyina eka possession the nation agenda ne ho.
A time say, Miss Sunday School, Yamia Domono, your chassis, and Crown Bibliot, me a chiromadi, be more bear, be more bear dicknesses. As they say, no penny for the Swadi who Abba say, Yem Pese or China Yasoli, a connect to a solid say, if be a solid, a solid, to say, and Yasolini beam, or call Abba for no UK, USA, as they say, a solid number be a motum, a solid cosubi, if you say, or more Nicodim penny for chi, and I'm a friend or Mujai or Munti, or Moti or money, and penny for nyina so ewu omu ye no mofra na ntimi anteki over ye hwese ye be kirekire emofra ya kire omu Kristo su ene ne ban na omotena Kristo mu na ochena asole no abegina omo so ye base yesi ochena asole eno nti na ye di sa adwuma ye botaye pa no se abofra Nyankopon afrewo obotaye dwumadi e o se wudi enema bi e o se wo ye enema bi a o ya ebeboa na wadanso na ye hu se wo Nyankopon afrewo nti ye de wono asie ni so se mpanyifo be kirekire ye na abofra na hu dwumadi pote a wo se wo ye de toso eye ekwan a abofra ya frɛ no Nyankopon afrɛ no obefa so aka Nyankopon asem child evangelism career guardians we me nipan ehunu enema bi a ono a owie ni school Sunday school na wie ye no onyini a ewo se oye na ye onema bi so ho a dressing said ye dress we abofra no ye kire wa ye giri se unyini a on dress anyhow said ye enye tini nyina eka ye dwumadie no
we estate district no emofra ko no wonum leader nene ena yete ye no na emofra binum sonso wonum eba camp meeting ya no wonum ani age wo beto nwom ye wonum sonso any Pent Radio Central Focus ye ema wode to ye nim niam hodo a wonum asua ene wode to onkoto dwene won tirimo ede akobobra
Facha metese sem mebo mabrabo ye wa brabo na mi afremen na hone ya shiwi wi enyema nkwala facha metese ebi da na sabla de shi amanko metese yesi ede si enyanke ya sene ya nteto sene ya mbo maybe ya ma si ya sene ye ndi omo rough sene ya didi afterman che ye ma mene ya wofo yesi so bi kase be shiwi ya enkoshe eno enye abroba pa fata Yesu afrawa abofra se yeshe nsofo ntade de ensese yenyen se ne yanye meti se de ye mami beka che bia ye ntie na yenche nyame asem enche ya dan fofo na yenye asuti enche ya wofo meti se ya ka chile se ya like ya buso ya papa for e ka asem chile ya ye ntie ya like yombu ade na da meti so kan ho say yes oya akula no to meti say o say amanfo issue ya hene yankodu mechi anshi bi yoko school so enka nyame nse entre fofo pato meti say number phone ana yenuanu mo ya mo e wo se to mo phone mo jai adbo no te say o mo de phone ya nkose asem na benso a o mo de baye ade no mo asem radio mi wi ade ntie ni ma radio nyom mbo wi ase bra mi di na fo bonich
enti wonso ya abofra na wofia de amofra ebesua ye ebi en wakan wonso betimi afa bi de ato nkotodwe mfa to trim na so fa bo bra se we ya abofra na so nyame afra enti bo abrabo tenene
adishimama afe ye tiesim oman no nkyekere ye eba nsika afemu a osoafo abede kira wono eresikasem esuo ayonimonyamfo Thomas Nyako ampem Uboram ewa puemantema esujama ba tompe si anim ema omo etoto na no ehwe ni dwumadi a odide boa eye ahweye no ene ba bi ahweye no soso de nani ekire na no muo no ene wo kire se yetimi aye abefo ntenta dwumadi bi ade ato a eno eboa yen ema no ebasikasem ewontutuye bia yetimi eye ma no kotote na no ne ye friend se Ghana Integrated Financial Management Information System na ochezi se adwumadi awe no nyankopon adaro magaka akra yetimi atremu ama abanyumaku awdo no omunyina afrase a womu ewisu kakra bi ana aka womu da so edi nipa adwene nipa hoden edi eye adwuma na yehwe anim se hwebe afuwe enko na wie ni ensi afufuro mu no ede na abanyumaku awdo ni nyina no omahwa omode eye sa platform yi eye adwuma.
Institutions are failing to operate within the gateway system. In fact, the budget committee chaired by Honorable Kweku Kwateng has started an exercise and they have started inviting every institution that is not operating within the gateway system to explain why they are failing to do so. I participated in that meeting and we are working with Controller to remove all the obstacles, all the challenges for which they are not able to operate within the system. We've given ourselves some timelines, and so I want to believe that next year it should be difficult for anybody to come here and give an excuse why they are not operating within the gateway system. And so I appreciate this concern, but it is something that we are really working on.
Ania uti ye wano ayo swafo abede chira wo hwe omesi kasem esuo onimunyamfo Thomas nyako ampem na nanu si ya no oboruam ewa ahwe omo na hwe gege tuoma yetimidi ye mpuntunwuma ewo memu a Ghana Revenue Authority opanyini ba ko ho no so kire mu se eye nokre nyame nokre ni Ghana Integrated Financial Management Information System na yade eboa pa masikasem totoye no wo ya emuda wo krojen etuamo enso ehwe nim se aka no wo de be ye adwuma na nipa de na adwen ebu nkonta keka no masia ni de sisika no ya hwe ne ya gya ni nyina amu.
Actually, covered entities subsiding on GOG funding are on GIFMIS. I mean, those who receive releases from Ministry of Finance for their payments are all on GIFMIS. The gap is the other funding source, which is the donor, the statutory funds, and the IGF. These are the institutions which are not on GIFMIS. And as Honorable Minister said, the Budget Committee actually requested for a list of institutions that are not on GIFMIS. That information was given. I think they started inviting those institutions. But what we want to do as controller is that we realize that it's very convenient for the covered entities not to use GIFMIS because they are able to refer their payments even outside GIFMIS. And we've started a program. We want to do it. We are going to gradually withdraw the manual checks in the system. So gradually we'll withdraw the manual checks, and that will compel them to use the GIFMIS. If you process and you can't effect payment, then of course you'll be compelled to use GIFMIS. And that is what we have discussed with Ministry of Finance. We have their support. They are even saying that if there's any payment that is outside GIFMIS at the Ministry of Finance, we should start with them. So we are going to come out with a program. We've had discussion with GIPS, which is Ghana Interpayment and Settlement System. We use the EFT with the commercial banks. We are going to sign a service level agreement with them, with the commercial banks as well. So we'll do it. We are going to do that. And they'll be forced. They'll be compelled to use GIFMIS.
Enti GIFMIS no emane nya wadwemu kese ne tintimu no na meboma wono Ghana Integrated Financial Management Information System eno ochese ombehwe na omode no aye adwuma manatimi aboa de ba base yagege to ne ade no soso no nsemkaye no yebu ho konta emu adaho
ono nyamfo kwabena minta akando wono eye dwaboso mrahye bedwani wono ansonso na nei woye osoafo ohwempomode ensem eso ene wone sentrofo atwetwe nkomo ewo enkran na nkasa yemu no en wochese wohwema empomode adwuma yefo a wono magentete awi a yemfa wono adwuma mu nko abese empemadu oso 70,000 na no en wochese aban dada eba betwa mu yi emfie mako enwotwe entem no wo mutimi efa nipa adwuma jese baako pe afi baako pe mu na ofa nipa de aka nyina no ayese wono toto na donkosa ama dodo na na wono mawie wakwaje ntete na nso yemfa wono adwuma mu sanso so na mpomde adwuma yi so wono hia moa enu nti samre wode atodwa se wono behwe na watu weyi ho so anamo
The previous administration took off office in 2017. They criticized us heavily for leaving backlog, not even more than 2 years backlog. We were criticized heavily. Now, when they took office in 2017, their first time of recruitment was done in 2020. Hear me well. In their first 4 years, they did only one recruitment in the health sector, nurses, in 2020, major. That was even in December 2020 before the election, and they began their service in 2021. Now, after 2021, they never did any recruitment again until 2024. And then when they started the 2024 one, they never recruited. They left it onto us. And so now, as I speak to you now, this government is supposed to pay not less than 13,000 nurses, which they began the processes in 2024. So properly speaking, they did only one recruitment in the entire 8 years. We have not less than 70,000 health professionals that have been trained and are at home unemployed.
Not just 2024, the other one we are in a crampon, 1 man view, anti bear 13,000, and as for the yen was a ye do one and crata hujuma, not yes, sign it ya one eka, na and not nini name sono, and what they air to draw what I say. One share, now 1 month to 2 near my said dear bear, one betty me so at the Dodwana, Alpha entity mo a war a yim pomodin, Eduma crabby, and I say in pomodin, Eduma kuno imu.
I've talking about pharmacists and everybody in there. I've put them together. So the strategy is that as for the medical doctors, we recruit them every year. The last batch, we have done the recruitment. We are yet to post them. Now, this is what we're going to do. Government is looking at employing some of them almost every year to reduce the number. The truth must be told that government cannot absorb all the 70,000 health workers within 1 year. So the truth is that even after 2026, there will still be some backlog. So government is going to look at absorbing some of them, and then we are looking at how we can manage migration, export some of them to other countries. And so for now, about 13 countries have responded. We are signing MOUs with them. They are looking at how they can get our nurses in their countries. Bahamas have written, some very interesting countries have also written to get our health professionals.
Enti sɛ nipa 70,000 we Ghana ban kwantimi emfa wɔn nyina enti samre de aman binom agye yɛn so a ye betimi ede ya nesefo a yatete wɔn ni bia kɔ no wɔn makɔ ye adwuma ne nyina mu no so no de wɔse ye no ye bɛyɛ we no nyafo minta akando
na eba no atea ho adwuma Ghana ye bi pa de ye ka no potoka sam sɛ cashew no na okọ eye bono empatam wodoma e na omotan so aduadua eye saa aduaba yi na no nam so ama mrahye badwani a wono ejam de ma de hyo mo tachiman etifi abato empesua so wo owura John Dramani mama mamuamu no oye osoafo a wono na hwadwadie kuaye dwadie ni fiduma ensem eso eye onimonyamfo Elizabeth Ofosu ajare ode aso akwakotu fom si yenhwe ne kan nyoma ensia ni sede be ya ye betimi asi enfididuma so ewo hodom na no atimi aboa ama atia ne atimi adane dane ani ne anya bibifofro e de afiri mu a ye betimi so anya so emfaso na bibia ekonanim na wo sa dwumadie no ase no na wabra Mami Elizabeth ne samtrofo edwetwe nkomo no wo kire se factory ya omoba behwe e de apigasi wodmu yi so mfaso be ye bebre boa ema ye bie enwuma mu no na boa sanso de sika e de ba me ye de asiesie omani mu enu ntin se akonya ne beto num se kukuro ne ye kase ye fadwumayefo a mabunu no wo mo anyi twie no mo so fo mo enkohyem se de be ye so mfaso wo mo so ebetimi anya bie.
As MP for Techiman North, one of the biggest things we do here is the production of cashew nuts. But we only harvest the nut and throw away the cashew apple. It's also of value, medicinal value. It's also good for refreshment. And so I've always been thinking of how I'll process the cashew apple so that we can have value extension for our cashew. And so today I'm here to cut a sword for the construction of a factory to process cashew apple, and I'm hoping to finish this early enough for the next season. And so I hope that this will be good. It's going to create jobs for our youth. It's also going to give more money to our farmers, because hitherto they're throwing away the cashew apple, but now they are going to buy it. The original fruit that we've decided to process is cashew apple, but we will tweak the machine so that in lean season we can process other fruits like watermelon. And so we want to make sure that it's running around the clock. Another 24-hour economy another resetting agenda, another job for our people.
Abusuafo eni a wuti yei eyo soafo a wono na ehye dwadie kuaye dwadie eni frijuma ensam so wo maimu wo yemra sebedwani edema de hwemo tachima tifi abato mpesua so madam onimanyamfo Elizabeth Ofosu ajare na wote ne nka no na nanu si ya pe nananmo ensusu se o atadwufo wa yene atedenne ene echese nigye ene osebo se ade omo hwa no mo saka nwuma no mo pede ama mabunu etifi dwuma eba no mabunu benya bia yede a ne ya nikasem ne sayo ntino ankobia hene edema tachiman traditional council no eye ohene ba dwumo ampem daako wono na seda odema oswafo no enie.
To have such an occasion like this. And we know that this project will create a job for the youth, the community around us. As I mentioned earlier, the youth are around. So in terms of any activity that they would need, we will try to bring the boys in, come and support the project.
Abusuafo eni a wuti yei wono eye ankobia hene edema tachiman. Ohene ba dwumo ampem daako na wote ne nka no.
Mayamfa ento asonkopie mu oposi adwumako no won makache unim se 24-hour economy ye kika na che se police fo mo so wo hu mpa esan se wonum na beje ban ene don hwe aduonu enan ni nyina na eno na chief superintendent insia wode ato eye Ghana fo anim se samre de wode omanfo nwumako ahodo na afenso police adwumafo na adwumayefo no wode mo fantetie mu se de be 24-hour economy no wonum beti ase na obetime so ede eye adwumayie.
The current Inspector General of Police, having the foresight and the wisdom that the Ghana Police Service was going to play a very pivotal role in the rollout of the economic policy, put together a team of seasoned officers to carve out a concept paper to guide the police service in the rollout of the economic policy. And then he didn't stop there. He also went ahead to form the 24-hour economy secretariat, and that secretariat is responsible for coordinating other key stakeholders to make sure that the rollout takes form. And he's gone ahead to task us to go around to every region of the police service. You know, in police service, we have 25 regions, and this is our 20th region that we have hit. Indicate that has been the sentiments all over the country. The regions that we have been to, the regional commanders and all police officers are poised for the success of this policy, and we are ready to seize the opportunity and then to provide our services as an institution to make sure that this 24-hour economy as a program actually succeeds.
Na eno police adwumako na chief superintendent insia wono kasa ye na yeti ne yenko wie kase no wo amano ne ensemu empanifo se wutu agira moafo no na che se wutu akura nsonsofo a eno no na ene omampani Donald Trump wone South Korea mampani owura Lee Jin-moon wane no ye enhyiamu a wonum atwetwe nkomo na no na South Korea mampani wo wie ne nkasa na ode to mampani Donald Trump anim se said ya woni amampani 40 se Russia mampani Asia na opese enkantoko ekoso Ukraine eto atwai no mesere wo abomodin a minimisa woni Putin ahia woni Zelensky so ahia afi aka North Korea president Kim Jong-un akwani dangerous me pa chobo modian so betimi ni wono sunsu ahia esan se papa no wono enenei wo hye Russia chi a wo ma nasrafo wo ma nakode eniama hodo akade a Russia hia nyina North Korea e wono ne friba North Korea ba be no ohintadu akire bi a mesrew ono sunsu woni no eni hyemu na nya ne kasakire na tunefo entina dia efri ho no monso eba eno no
Abusuafo kwantintini bia ewie ewa abobo ano aha na brema kwan ama onwunu bra kan kese bo nsem kyerefo adaroma yensa kan ye de besomwo no ye de ne nyina enso asie na ye de akire asida pese no ekodi ama ohene yere spices and non-dairy powdered milk no me pa cho medical kan wasam de akere dada oba opese da ne da nyina no anigye eba abusuani mu a wonuane nuamu no masa nuane nuro yi empali mu da biara eda nti ode eye powdered milk no egu eye tin ni kokoni mu no na afia awia ne anwumere aduane ne fufuo ene banku ne mo no ode spices no so edimu akotena ma bibia akọ eye enkan na technical room one de yise wo momura ho
DJ Richie wono na streaming live for the mayen Ana afei nso ye jebre ekenkan ede ema wo eyeme ohene banya akomene
adwempa hene Kofi Mensan
nyame yadom o chena no pa obesan atenka okase so yakrao
Pent Radio.